Now Moses' father-in-law Jethro, the priest of Midian, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for his people Israel, how the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. So his father-in-law Jethro took along Zipporah, Moses' wife. Now this was after Moses had sent her back, and her two sons. One of these was named Gershom, for he said, I am a resident alien in a foreign land. The other was named Eleazar, for he said, the God of my father is my help. He has rescued me from Pharaoh's sword. Together with Moses' wife and sons, then his father-in-law Jethro came to him in the wilderness where he was encamped at the mountain of God, and he sent word to Moses, I, your father-in-law Jethro, am coming to you along with your wife and her two sons. Moses went out to meet his father-in-law, bowed down, and then kissed him. Having greeted each other, they went into the tent. Moses then told his father-in-law of all that the Lord had done to Pharaoh and the Egyptians for the sake of Israel, and of all the hardships that had beset them on their journey, and how the Lord had rescued them. Jethro rejoiced over all the goodness that the Lord had shown Israel in rescuing them from the power of the Egyptians. Blessed be the Lord, he said, who has rescued you from the power of the Egyptians and of Pharaoh. Now I know that the Lord is greater than all the gods, for he rescued the people from the power of the Egyptians when they treated them arrogantly. Then Jethro, the father-in-law of Moses, brought a burnt offering and sacrifices for God, and Aaron came with all the elders of Israel to share with Moses' father-in-law in the meal before God. The next day Moses sat in judgment for the people, while they stood around him from morning until evening. When Moses' father-in-law saw all that he was doing for the people, he asked, what is this business that you are conducting for the people? Why do you sit alone while all the people have to stand about you from morning till evening? Moses answered his father-in-law, the people come to me to consult God. Whenever they have a disagreement, they come to me to have me settle the matter between them and make known to them God's statutes and instructions. What you are doing is not wise, Moses' father-in-law replied. You will surely wear yourself out, both you and these people with you. The task is too heavy for you. You cannot do it alone. Now listen to me, and I will give you some advice. And may God be with you. Act as the people's representative before God, and bring their disputes to God. Enlighten them in regard to statutes and instructions, showing them how they are to conduct themselves and what they are to do. But you should also look among all the people for able and God-fearing men, trustworthy men who hate dishonest gain and set them over the people as commanders of thousands, of hundreds, of fifties, and of tens. Let these render decisions for the people in all routine cases. Every important case they should refer to you, but every lesser case they can settle themselves. Lighten your burden by letting them bear it with you. If you do this, and God so commands you, you will be able to stand the strain, and all these people too will go home content. Moses listened to his father-in-law and did all that he had said. He picked out able men from all Israel and put them in charge of the people as commanders of thousands, of hundreds, of fifties, and of tens. They rendered decisions for the people in all routine cases. The more difficult cases they referred to Moses, but all the lesser cases they settled themselves. Then Moses said farewell to his father-in-law, who went off to his own country.